Because this song's all about being big, suck a dick, being people. If you are super thin, you're evil. This catchy tune's message should have been we're equal, but it shakes me. Yeah, it's kinda clear, I like to eat food, but I can write big hit songs and I can sing them too. I see these indie girls that get super famous, so I say, hey, why not Meghan Trainor? I talk like I'm black, even though I'm white. I live in the suburbs, I've had a perfect life. Still, there's one thing that bugs me, I don't know why. But when I see good looking skinny people, I think they should die. Yeah, my mama, she told me, don't worry about your size. But when I see good women, I want to gouge out their eyes. Gouge out their eyeballs, gouge out their eyeballs. When this patrol say, oh my God, I feel so bad. I want to beat in her pretty face with a baseball bat. Now all five of us will do this dumb dance, we're dancing. These girls need haircuts bad, really bad. We can see.
Meghan, give me a chance, just one chance to impress, please.
I do the dance, damn it, dance. I'm bringing booty back.
Booty never left, that statement is trash.
Well, I'll just play on it because I'm back.
You're actually normal, every inch of you is perfect. Stop acting like a victim.
Yeah, my mama, she told me that being big is sexy. And then it turns on men, which totally benefits me. Makes me feel pretty, makes me feel mighty.
The song was supposed to be about loving you for you. Then why are you placing yourself worth on the things to do?
Now let me reiterate it again. If you're thin, you're a bitch.
That's totally not true and completely mindless. I'm actually on my way to help the homeless.
Nice job at that can be, you're skinny.
Meghan, your single all about that bass is a hit, it's platinum. It's time to lose some weight for your next pop anthem.
But I'm about that bass, and that means I'm curvy. That's what everyone likes about this song.
Now Meghan, do you wanna be a star or a one-hit wonder? If you don't lose some weight, that would be a blunder. To help you meditate, we brought in a trainer. It's time to get you ripped, let's do this! From the bay!
That was Bart Baker's All About That Bass Parody. If you guys like that song, you guys can buy it on iTunes. And you can, or if you don't want to look it up on iTunes, all you gotta do is click the link below. First link, it will bring you to the video. Click on the link that says buy on iTunes, and yeah, you'll go to iTunes and you'll get it. So yeah, in the last chapter of Can't Evan Think Straight, Sebastian, Celia, and Murphy went to dinner, and apparently Evan and Rory were both there also. So yeah, Sebastian gave away, and then they left. So yeah, next day, gym time, I sang cheerfully as Rory and I walked towards the locker room together. Do you ever shut up? Rory asked with a sigh. I shook my head. Nope, I love the sound of my voice. Well, no one else does. You are so mean. I apologized. We entered the locker room together. We went to our lockers and pulled out our gym clothes. I pulled off my shirt and admired my body in the mirror. I have a nice body. I would fuck myself if I could. Evan, put a shirt on, Rory said, throwing my shirt at me. I caught it and pulled it on, changing into my shorts as well. I followed Rory out of the gym. We're out, coach. He set up several bases. Baseball today, he announced, as more kids began to pile into the gym. I looked over and nearly joined at Sebastian and Murphy walking into the gym together. They were talking casually, not noticing me eye-raping Sebastian. He was wearing a tight-fitting black wife beater. His muscles were demanding my attention, even though I also wanted to focus on his ass. His shorts hung just past his knees, and seriously completing that booty of his. Hey, there's Rory and Evan, Murphy said to Sebastian, dragging him over to us. Hey guys, Sebastian said with a friendly smile. He glanced at me and then smiled, turned to his remark. I take it you're still not gonna make eye contact with me, Evan? He asked jokingly. Man up, Evan. You could look into his eyes for years without getting lost in them. Lost in that trance as long as you kept your wits about you. I glanced at his eyes and immediately snapped my gaze back to the ground. There, I looked into them, I said triumphantly. Sebastian Sulo, you're on blue team. Rory, you and Murphy are on red team, Coach said, coming over to us. Wait, why did you call them by their first names, but not me? I asked mine. Because I know your name. I just know you're Jared, kid. Coach said with a smile. My name is Don't Care. Coach turned away and moved to go bark out the teams to the other kid. How rude. Everyone knows my name, I cried angrily. Calm down, Evan. Coach isn't good with names, Sebastian said, laughing a little. He works with my dad. You think at least you know my first name, I grumbled, crossing my arms. Sebastian grabbed us blue shirts and handed me one of them like a gentleman he was. I pulled the gross thing on over my head, and Sebastian and I lined up with the rest of our team to bat. Coach blew the whistle and started the game. The pitcher, a kid named Connor, whipped the ball at the kid who was batting. I watched in boredom as the kids hit the ball and some striking out, but then I was up. I stepped up and grabbed the bat, positioning myself to impress Sebastian with my athletic skill. Connor whipped the ball at me. I pulled my arms back and swung my body going with the bat, spinning me around, completely missing the ball. A few kids laughed at me, and I pouted. Okay, so baseball wasn't my sport. Whatever. Evan, you're holding the bat wrong. And your stance is off, Sebastian said, stepping up. He turned to me and gripped my wrist firmly but gently. The electric shot went up my arms, and I felt my breath catch in my throat. You have to move your hands closer together, he said, sliding my hands so that they were nearly touching on the bat. And spread your legs more. Hell, I spread my legs more for him. I did as he instructed, and he released my wrist, gently gripping my chin. Keep your head down and your eye on the ball, he breathed. He smirked and released my chin, stepping back into the line. My heart was beating like crazy inside my chest from the contact. Connor shot the ball at me I let my arms fling forward. Miraculously, I felt the bat make contact with the ball. Unfortunately, I felt the sharp stinging pain in my back. I ignored the sting in my back and jogged to first base. The game continued for the rest of the period until it was time to change. Rory and I went to the locker room together and changed back into our regular clothes. I went over to the giant mirror on the wall and fixed my hair, wincing slightly and my back flared. I wandered over to Rory. My back hurts, I announced, waiting for him to drop his backpack and go about messaging my back. I'm not going to message your back, Evan. That's not my job, Rory said, zipping up his backpack and slinging it over his shoulder. It's not my fault you're out of shape. I'm not out of shape, I said angrily, pulling my shirt up to proudly show off my abs. You know I work out. You're right. You do work out. Out of shape is the wrong word for you. You're a moron. Yeah, just a moron. You don't even know how to properly swing a baseball bat, Rory said. He turned and began heading towards the door to leave the locker room. I called at him in power. You're a jerk, he nodded. Yeah, and you're still a moron. The bell exploded and the two of us made our way to class together. By the time lunch rolled around, my back was really starting to bother me, especially up around my shoulder. Up around my right shoulder. I put in my combination and pulled my locker open. I had already decided that I would annoy my dad until he messaged my back for me, since Rory was too shave of the best friend to do it. Psh. He should be grateful. I would even let him touch me. People would kill for that chance. Evan, stop being so stuck up, Rory said, randomly popping up behind me. Shit, don't scare me, I cried, jumping back and smacking my head on my locker, and I groaned and rubbed the back of my head, glaring at Rory. He was definitely planning to kill me so that he could have Sebastian to himself. I grabbed my lunch and shut my locker. Rory and I made our way to the cafeteria and sat down at our usual table. I watched as Sebastian and Murphy entered. They sat down together across from me, and Rory talking and laughing with each other. Liam was getting pretty jealous of you two, Murphy said. Was he? Sebastian asked, chuckling and grinning a little. I mean, you did fall asleep curled up with Celia on the couch, Murphy pointed out. Jealousy flared through me, and I swallowed it down. They were talking about the bitch and how Sebastian had apparently been all cute with her, or I could strangle her. Oh, I could strangle her. I reached for my drink and winced at the pain that had steadily crept into my shoulder. I rubbed it in my hands. Are you alright, Evan? Sebastian asked, watching me curiously. Yeah, I'm fine. I lied. Aw, my man was concerned about me. He was such a good boyfriend. We deserved to win an award for couple of the year or something. You're not dating, Rory mumbled into my ear. Fuck you, I whined. You know, when you swung earlier, it looked like it probably hurt your back, Sebastian said, not hearing our whispers. I probably did, I said with a sigh, but that's okay. Sebastian shrugged, and someone at the other end of the table caught his attention. I began to nibble at some chips, trying not to irate Sebastian's face, since Murphy would probably see me doing it. I moved to get something out of my bag, and pain flared again. I bit my lip to hold in the back a hiss of pain. I'll be right back, I mumbled, getting up and leaving the lunch table. I went to the boys' restroom and looked around, relaxing. When I realized that I was alone in there, I began to gently try to massage my shoulder, cursing when it only made it hurt more. Well, fine then. You can just be the pain all day. For what do I care? I snapped at my shoulder. I'm sorry, shoulder. I love you. Please stop hurting, I said miserably as more pain shot through it. The bathroom door creaked open. I pretended to be drying my hands. Hopefully, whoever it was hadn't heard me talking to my shoulder. Gosh, they might think I was weird. I was normal as they came. Shoulder still bothering you? I yelped and jumped back in shock. Sebastian, I cried, looking up at him. I let my eyes come to rest on his soft-looking lips that wouldn't get pulled into his eyes. There you go, not looking into his eyes again. There you go, not looking me in the eyes again, he said with an amused smile. I dropped my gaze down to the dry paper towel in my hand. I tossed it into the garbage and looked back at Sebastian's lips. Well, let's go back to the table, I said. I was definitely not safe without Rory here. Safe if I got lost as best as I tried to leave, but Sebastian grabbed my arm, warmth shot up through it, making me shiver slightly. Does your shoulder hurt? Sebastian asked again. I sighed and nodded. Yeah. Sebastian reached my arm and gently rubbed my shoulder. Yeah, it started out as my back hurted, but it moved to my shoulder, I said with a pout. Turn around, Sebastian said. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell kind of command was that? Was Sebastian going to rape me? With that thought in my mind, I eagerly turned around. Sebastian's hands pressed onto my shoulder. He sighed and pulled his hand away. I glanced back to see him shaking his head slightly. Take off your shirt, it'll be easier, he said. Oh my god, I was going to lose my virginity. Finally! I pulled my shirt off, gripping it in my hands. Sebastian brought his hands back to my shoulder, and the warmth spread through my body. I nearly gasped at the electric jolt in his touch sent through my body. Sebastian's finger dug into my shoulder, making me wince. I bit my lips so that I wouldn't make a pain noise. Sorry, it will probably hurt at first, but I promise I'll make you feel better, he said. I could hear a smirk in his voice. He began to work his fingers in circles on my shoulder. The pain eased, my body lost all tension. I relaxed into Sebastian's comfortable touch. Are you ever going to tell me why you don't look into my eyes? Sebastian, after a few moments of comfortable silence. I'm afraid I'll get hard. My words registered in my brain, and my eyes widened like stone because Medusa turned the people to stone, and it was a joke. Haha, I'm so funny. You are so weird, Sebastian said, laughing. His attractive laugh filled my ears. I suddenly became uncomfortable, cautious of his fingers working on my bare skin. My hands tightened around the shirt in my hands. Relax, Sebastian whispered, his breath blowing down my bare back. What? I asked in panic. Relax, you're tensing up. It makes it harder for me to message you, he said. I could see his reflection in the mirror. He had a small grin on his face as he spoke. His lips were nearly brushing against my neck. Do I make you uncomfortable, Evan? Sebastian asked, cocking his head to the side curiously, that little grin never leaving his oh so attractive face. Comfort is my middle name, I said weakly. Get a hold of yourself, Evan. I had to make sure I didn't go screaming about my sexuality and inflaming Sebastian. Okay, I have to stop here for one reason. Okay, so they're in the bathroom. Evan has no shirt on, and they're in a public bathroom. Why did they not lock the door? But whatever. The way I had imagined me confessing my love to him was over a romantic moment in front of maybe a fireplace or snuggling together on a couch or bed, not shirtless in the bathroom of my freaking high school. Does that feel good? I jumped a little. Does what feel good? I asked, a little hysterical. My thoughts were going very, very dirty places right now. Your shoulder and your back, do they feel any better? He asked, amusing, flickering in his beautiful eyes. Yeah, it feels. Wait. If I said they felt fine, he would stop messaging me. I mean, they're killing me. Geez, Sebastian, you're horrible at this. Well, sorry, I'll try harder. His grin grew larger as he breathed out the last word. His fingers dug deep into my back. Painful at first, but quickly becoming comfortable. Yeah, something else was going to get harder too. I clenched my shirt even tighter, desperately wanting to tell Sebastian to stop, just so that I wouldn't get a raging hard-on. Now wouldn't that be embarrassing? Oh God! But at the same time, I never wanted him to stop. Celia had been wiped from my mind. Hell, everything and everyone save for Sebastian. He had been wiped from my mind at this point. So why do you always get uncomfortable around me? Evan Sebastian asked. I gulped, but I knew I couldn't stop my words from flowing out of my mouth. I was going to tell Sebastian that I was gay and hardcore crushing him. Because the bathroom door creaked open, I snapped my mouth shut, my eyes flickering in the door. Murphy stepped in and shut it. I glanced at Sebastian's reflection in the mirror. I saw a slight frustration pass through his eyes. Well, this is a compromising position, Murphy asked, raising an eyebrow at us. Not at all, Sebastian said calmly, pulling his hands away from me. Evan's shoulders were bothering him from gym today. I was just trying to help him. With his shirt off, Murphy asked. Sebastian nodded and shrugged. Yeah, it made it easier for me to message his shoulders when he took his shirt off. He gave me a small smile at Murphy and shrugged again. I reluctantly pulled my shirt on, hating Murphy at that moment. Him, Liam, and Rory were definitely plotting against me. Them and that Celia chick. They were just jealous that I couldn't have my man. Well, come on, the bell's about to ring, Murphy said, motioning to us. My bag's at the table, I said. I said with a slight, just remembering I had left with Rory. Murphy nodded at me. Yeah, that's why I came to find you. You have about 2 minutes before the bell rings. You might want to grab your bag before Rory leaves it and unintended and someone takes it, he said with a little laugh. Psh, if anyone would take my bag, they'd be too afraid that I would kick their asses. I was incredibly strong after all. My muscles were just bulging out of my arms. I left the bathroom without looking back at Murphy or Sebastian. I hurried into the lunch table where Rory was waiting with me with his backpack. With my backpack in his hands, he gave it to me, and I slung it over my shoulder. Well, what happened? I asked, raising an eyebrow at me. Normally, you're forcing me to listen to everything that happens during every moment you spend with Sebastian. I'll tell you later, I said, glaring at him. He did not have to be so rude about it. Gosh. He was just a terrible best friend. He could learn something from me. I was kind, caring, and a thoughtful friend. By the way, Rory, your hair looks like shit, I said, glancing at it before going in the hallway to wait for the bell ring. You're an ass, Rory grumbled, as he followed me, running a hand through his hair. Evan, Rory, I jumped a little in shock and I turned to face Sebastian. He gave me an easy smile, as if he hadn't just been messaging me topless in the bathroom alone together. You guys should come hang out with us after school. We're going to hang at Murphy's house right after school for a little while. Then we're going bowling. Then go bowling and go out to eat, he said. Rory nodded. The bell exploded. The kids began to rush past us to get to their next class. Yeah, sounds good. We'll be there, he said. Sebastian smiled, turned into a grin, and he nodded. Good. It'll be fun. See you guys there, he said, his eyes flicking to me before disappearing in the crowd. On this note, the comments last chapter made me curious. Do you guys think Sebastian knows Evan likes him? That is actually the question of the video. Do you guys think Sebastian knows that Evan's in love with him? What do you guys think? So, and until next time, come back for tomorrow for chapter 11. And until next time, gays, okay, just ask the GSA. Mwah.